The Ash, Lutzi and Susie O'Neill podcast.
Nova.
I had to apply aloe vera to my legs for 2 days.
These balls are so good.
Which specifically to people.
I think you get the idea, don't you, Bev?
Brisbane's Ash, Lutzi and Susie O'Neill.
Sick of Rex.
6:03 Tuesday morning.
Hey-o.
Good morning. Have you got the rest of that Sick and Rex commercial?
I've still got it up. You want to play it from?
Ants Pants.
Yeah.
We found it
Give
here.
context?
It's very visual.
Yeah, we'll give a. Do we need some context? We're talking about echidnas, right?
Echidnas, and this was an ad we all remembered as soon as we said echidna. It was actually an anteater. What would you say the anteater was doing to the ants? Licking?
Eating them
Eating them.
off a hot chick's body wearing the
Off her legs.
anteater.
As far as echidna
panties.
commercials go, this is the go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shows what kind of kid that I was. You were talking about it yesterday, and I had no memory. But when you said he was eating ants off an attractive woman's body, I feel like I remember that ad now. But yes, this is
Sick of Rex.
Hole-proof ants pants. It's unbelievable underwear.
Yeah.
So what was the message? If ever you got an echidna, it wouldn't damage your underwear at least. Like if an echidna started doing that.
Oh yeah, good point.
I didn't really get the message.
The message was
I had to focus in on it without the visuals.
Yeah.
it was really, really hot. She was just wearing the underpants. Remember, she was sweating, and there was a fan. I remember the fan was going around.
Yeah.
Like whoosh, whoosh.
Yeah.
The point for me was to buy those underpants, and you will look as sexy as that lady.
The Ash, Lutzi and Susie O'Neill podcast.
Schoolie's not too far away. Don't know exactly when it is this year.
15th of November it starts.
15th. I'm going for 31 straight. I think it's a new record. I think I get a T-shirt and stuff. Amazing. But there's another controversy,
Yeah.
as Rabs would say. This year, I think it happened last year too, these OnlyFans chicks
Oh yeah.
are coming out and saying they're actively pursuing 18-year-old boys to take part in their visual spectaculars on their OnlyFans sites.
Oh, at
schoolies.
That was my question. That was my hand was in the air.
Yes,
So it'll be a videoed event.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it'd be basically saying they want the schoolies to be part of their porn, essentially.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't realise they were asking for boys. I thought they were asking girls to set up their own videos.
No,
But they want boys in their videos.
No, they're coming to, like, one OnlyFans.
These are female
She's
OnlyFans.
coming to town, or the one I
Yeah.
saw, and so then she's putting out the call for partners.
Yeah, partners to film.
But it's on tape, is it?
Yeah, it's video. It's,
Yeah.
like, it's for OnlyFans. So you become basically they're saying, "Come on, be my porn star."
Yeah.
In my video.
How come they were saying they were helping society with that? I saw another headline saying they're actually doing everyone a favour. See that?
I don't know. I guess what does that mean? What, sort of giving them their first opportunity?
I never read it because
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
maybe.
Tom Tate, as you'd imagine, was he had this to say.
I got limited knowledge on OnlyFans, so for someone who's not learned in that field, I'll rely on your comment. But for these cougars to get onto young men who are vulnerable, their adrenaline's pumping, we're all young ones, and enticing them to do mistakes that will be on social media forever. And at the moment, they don't understand that. They don't know that in 20 years when they're going to stand up to be justice of the Supreme Court, that they've got this digital video when they were 18 hanging around. So I say to the young guys, if it looks good to be true, don't touch it.
Don't touch it.
Don't touch it. You don't touch it.
Don't touch it.
Dylan, get on that. We didn't.
Don't touch it.
Don't touch it.
The Ash, Lutzi and Susie O'Neill podcast.
Dill's put the Tom Tate little spin on our.
Don't touch it.
Oh yeah.
Don't touch it.
Yeah, that at Schoolies 2024.
Trending. Here's what's trending.
Trending Tuesday.
These are some good ones today. What's trending in Queensland on Google? Quincy Jones. He died.
I saw that this morning.
Yeah, the multiple Grammy-winning music producer died at his home in Bel Air. He was 91. He's worked with iconic musicians, including Miles Davis, Ella Fitzgerald, and Michael Jackson. I think I know him from when he produced
Frank Sinatra.
Frank Sinatra, yeah. We Are the World. You know the documentary on that?
Oh, yeah.
And he's the main.
Was he?
Yeah, I think he's the main producer of that.
You kind of got an insight into just how important he was when you watch that doco, like with that, like what his genius was.
And who'd sing what bits.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Their voices and stuff.
Yeah, because of all the egos that were involved.
Yeah.
As well, yeah, true. He earned 28 Grammys, 7 Oscar nominations, and an Emmy.
Wow.
He did Thriller as well. Actually, I won't talk about that now. It'll take too long.
We got time.
I saw a really good at the Halloween parade over in New York City. They have a big Halloween parade there, and they had a really awesome Thriller, like a gang of hundreds.
Ghouls.
Did you see that? Ghouls? They were just walking, and then they all started doing that Thriller dance that I really remember seeing back in when it was launched in the movie clips. 84, was it?
84.
And we all stayed up.
Somewhere in there.
Yeah, around there. 83 maybe?
Yeah,
you all
somewhere
watched
around
it on TV?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And it's stood the test of time, hasn't it? Like, that's
so
one
good.
fad which has just not gone away.
Keep going back to it, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, so good. The US election race is coming to an end. The polls are looking tight. They're actually saying, I read this morning in Australian betting, Kamala Harris will win the popular vote.
Yeah,
but,
that's what I'm trying to work out.
Trump will win the election.
Yes.
They've got that
You can
weird...
bet on that.
Can you?
Her to win the popular vote, him to win the election.
Yeah.
Is that like
Is that what happened last time when Trump got power in 2016?
when he was against Clinton?
Clinton?
In the
Hillary.
Electoral College.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pardon?
That electoral college. How do you reckon that'd go if we had that here? Like if they weighted our states and like Queensland as a state, if we didn't have as many points that counted as New South Wales, like there'd be a side of you who'd be like, get stuff.
Is it based on population, Nick?
There's a whole concept of gerrymander where they set up different zones.
right.
Yeah, that's how Bjelke Peterson did it back in the day.
The old gerrymander.
Yeah.
Wasn't that controversial back in the day?
I can't even remember it. Gerrymander. I've always heard that
You
word.
were too old.
His brother Tim was a rugby league referee.
He's now the
now a
sports
politician.
minister. He's the state sports minister.
He is too.
I saw him on TV at the election. He looks very impressive.
Yeah, I've met him a few times this year.
He was great on the
Yeah.
panel.
I like him.
He'd be good on radio. The voting begins Tuesday evening our time.
Right, so
And by
tonight.
Yeah, by
Tonight.
lunchtime tomorrow we will know the results.
Right.
Oh, really?
That's what it
They
says.
reckon
Wow.
it'll be an early call.
Actually, yeah,
Yeah,
good
that could
point.
take-
Will
could
it
take
be?
weeks.
The heaps of postal votes and stuff.
I think when Biden won
Yeah.
in 2020, they didn't call it officially until like the Saturday.
Is that because Trump wouldn't
Oh, yeah, concede.
Well, no, I think it was just because it was so close, and probably a mixture of
that.
both. But yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Even just the turnaround's crazy. Like, looking at Chris Foley in here yesterday, he won the election 10 days ago. And I know it's Queensland, but even on a national level, they can have an election on a Saturday. They swear in the new leader by Monday or Tuesday. Here, the election's tomorrow, and they don't actually become president until the 21st of January.
Oh,
The
really?
existing president will still be
Gotta clear
president for another
stuff
couple
out.
of months. Yeah. It just takes ages of a turnaround. And most of that'll probably be fighting about results and things. So
Oh, yeah. That's
Yeah,
interesting.
it's
I never knew that.
not going anywhere.
And the last one is Queensland heat wave. Did everyone get that big storm last night? Felt like it was building yesterday. Did you get a big storm at
No,
at
I
midnight?
didn't. I
On
didn't
the
know.
coast.
Oh,
No.
midnight. I don't know. I was asleep.
But it was really loud.
No, I didn't.
Really
I
loud,
was
like-
unaware
didn't
of
wake me up.
Okay. It's issues. The Bureau of Meteorology has issued heat wave warnings for Queensland and Northern Territory, with Northern Territory tipped to be one of the hottest places in the world this week.
Funny you say that because I ran into literally last night Gary Youngbury, right? So I was going for a run because I
weather guy?
I felt fat after Noosa. So I ran up Bartlett's Hill at Hamilton, and there's just a lookout up there, and it's pretty cool now. They don't need those big OB trucks anymore. It's just a little like it looks like one of your car, your little
Little four-wheel
Jimny.
drive.
And then there's Gary standing in the bushes.
Oh, yeah?
I'm like, Gary, I scared the hell out
Was
of
he
him.
working?
But he said his daughter is a jockey out in the country, and she's I think at Birdsville or somewhere today racing. And he said he was just about to go on air last night doing the weather on 9, And he said right now it's still 42 degrees out there in the Territory.
Oh,
and that
wow.
was at 6:30 p.m.
Oh,
It is
God.
hot out there.
It's hot out there. Well, in Brisbane, temperatures are forecast to hit a maximum of 32 degrees today.
Wow.
31 degrees on Wednesday, 32 on Thursday, and 33 degrees on Friday.
It's pretty hot at Flemington today and no wind, so it's going to be very hot.
Oh, really?
Down at Flemington. Nice day, but it's like almost not even a breath of air.
That'll affect horses, won't
You
it?
would think so, ones that can't affected by the heat. That favourite last year struggled in the heat. Whatever the favourite is this year, that whatever it's called.
Yeah.
That one.
That one.
Starts with V. Yeah. Anyway.
The Ash, Lutzi and Susie O'Neill podcast.
Well,
We have a special guest in the studio, Lottie.
we certainly do. The superstar of the AFL Grand Final and son of another Lions great, which a lot of people mightn't even know this.
Yeah.
But we've got Will Ashcroft in the studio right now. First of all, congratulations on the year.
Well done.
Incredible. Yeah, but like we're old enough to know your dad, which is weird. Like we were just talking off air. There's a photo of a child in the AFL Premiership Cup, like in 2003, with your dad holding it, which everyone presumes you weren't even born then.
Nah, I wasn't. It's been circulating a little bit since we won, but yeah, I've had to tell everyone that it's actually not me. So
It's your cousin.
It's
yeah,
your
it is.
cousin.
That's all right. It's all part of the story, so we'll run with it.
So, like, I mean, yeah, I'm that old. Like, I can remember vividly when we won back in those years when your dad was out there running around. But
It's crazy, right? It's a generation ago.
Well, it's crazy to me that you weren't alive then, and now you're a part of it because it
Yeah.
doesn't seem that long. I understand
No.
it is. It's 20 years
Like
old.
you think of Vossi and Ackermanis and
Yes.
Simon Black. I was with Simon Black at Noosa on the weekend. He still looks like a young man. But you weren't even born when he was playing. It's crazy.
But did you wake up, did you grow up rather with those guys like you're talking about? Because they're your dad's teammates. Were they sort of just around the house? Have you been surrounded by sort of AFL royalty your whole life growing up?
Yeah, I have been, and I grew up on the Gold Coast, and Dad was at the Suns when I was really young for 7 or 8 years, I think. So I was always around like those guys, like Gary Ablett. I idolised my brother and I idolised him, and spent a lot of time around those footy clubs from a young age. And then obviously the connections that Dad has at Lions for so long.
Yeah.
Like he's in contact with them regularly, and grew up around them as well. So it's pretty lucky from my end.
Yeah, do you reckon that was also pretty advantageous from your end too? Because Nathan Cleary, who I'm sure you know, he grew up in similar circumstances. His dad was coaching at the Warriors, so he was always around like top-level footballers, always around professionals. And I guess you can't underestimate what that means because you got a really clear, real look at what it takes to be a top-class footy player.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, that's the thing that I was very lucky in the sense that I had that exposure from a young age, and I just love footy, so I love being around it as much as I could. But yeah, when I actually got to the Lions, it was not unfamiliar territory, and I think some guys come in and don't know what to expect, and it takes them a bit of time to get used to the circumstances and how to go about it. But yeah, when I came in, I was just it's like
I've been here before.
Yeah, exactly. So
It could have done the opposite though. Like you could have felt a lot of pressure if your dad, he was the last person to win the premiership. Did you ever feel that like, oh come on, you're Marcus's son?
Yeah, that was definitely part of it. Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. Having that, but also sort of being relatively highly touted coming out of Melbourne, it was there's always pressure to perform at a high pick.
What does that mean? So did you start in a Melbourne club?
No, so I was the last 4 years before I got drafted. I was living in Melbourne.
Oh, were you?
Yeah, so I was playing like school footy there and for Sandringham Dragons.
Did you go down there for your football?
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
Okay.
and Dad like was working there and stuff. So we all moved as a family.
Okay.
So yeah, I got drafted out of Melbourne to back here to Brizzy.
As a father-son rule?
Yeah. Yep,
Okay.
Yep. So yeah, that's where the sort of the pressure stemmed from. But I always sort of go back to just my process and putting the work in behind the scenes, and that's what I've always preached, that it doesn't have much of an effect on me, the pressure stuff, when you're doing that every day.
I want to talk about this great stuff you're doing with the Children's Hospital Foundation, but just before that, there's great players of the game that will go through their careers without winning a grand final, let alone a Norm Smith medal. to have achieved both of those things by the age of 20, like you've almost got to go. There's an element of like
it's time to go off the rails.
That's a pretty incredible thing to do so early in your career.
Yeah, no, it's pretty surreal. Like even now, still, it's been 5 weeks since the game, and I still pinch myself and can't believe like the reality of the situation from a team perspective, but also where I came from, doing my knee last year, and that long road back, and being able to achieve the highest honour, and I think the highest, one of the highest honours in the game, and win the premiership with my teammates. So it's still think about it all the time, and probably will continue to, but also looking forward to what's to come. I've only played 31 games, I think.
Oh, God.
Wow, that's incredible.
I'm pretty excited for what's to come from my development and for the team as well.
So, and as Lutzy referred to, that was a history-making afternoon for you, for the club, for all of us here in Queensland. And there's a great initiative that you've put in place to sort of raise money for you wearing the T-shirt this morning. Tell us, because the actual boots that you wore, was it 5 weeks ago, you said? 5 weeks ago, won the Norm Smith, won the flag. What's happening with them, and where's the money going? So I'm auctioning off my game-worn boots, signed game-worn boots from the grand final. They wore them in the grand final. I'm doing a fair bit of work with the Royal Children's Hospital here in Brizzy, and I've been an ambassador there for about a year now. And I thought, it'd be a good opportunity to raise some money, auctioning them off for the next 2 weeks from today until 2 weeks Tuesday. So it's exciting, and all the proceeds will go to the helping sick kids in Queensland. Yeah,
they've raised, I think it says, I'm just reading it for you, 1985 the foundation was established, has raised a $250 million to paediatric health care and support across the state. So that you can't put you can put a figure on it, but the importance of that work is absolutely incredible what they're doing there.
Absolutely, it's and I think a reason why I've become so passionate more than before is just having some greater perspective when I did my knee, and it was a pretty challenging time for me, but understood it was a lot greater than myself and sport. So I've become a lot more passionate around this space, and just trying to help however I can. Yeah,
well, it's pretty humbling when you go into the hospital and you see the sick kids, and puts everything into perspective there. But it's congratulations, great cause, and that would be like how great for some of those big companies out there listening to have that in your boardroom, overlooking the table.
It's a piece of
there.
History.
Yes, just absolutely, and the fact that you played such a great game in them as well. Yes, Lutzy.
No, I'm just saying the link is we're putting. Nick's got the link up on our Instagram right now. So if you're driving to work and you're scrambling around to find out how you get involved, just wait till you get to work, and the link will be on our Instagram. It's up there now, in fact. So that's how you can directly get to that. Yeah.
Thanks, Will. Great to meet you, mate.
Thank you very much.
Amazing stuff.
The Ash, Lutzy and Susie O'Neill podcast.
I'm smarter than I'm smarter than Sue.
Brighton Homes are offering up to $35,000 cash back on their new homes for a limited time only. Discover how better begins with Brighton.
All right, Hannah out of Wishart this morning. Hello,
Hannah. Good morning.
That's a pretty familiar voice. You were on a couple of months ago?
A couple of weeks ago. Probably a month and a bit ago,
Yeah. You went down, didn't you, on time, I think?
It did. It was when Suze was away, and she got faster and faster as the week went along. So we both had exactly the same answers, but she picked me on time.
How old are your kids, and why are they? Oh, they're too young for the gimp. I thought you were going to say they're too old for the gimp, but the kids
right. Too young. The older two have already gone to school. They go to school early on Tuesdays, so they mind you, we were having that conversation last night. I was like, if I get through, I have to try and do it at 8 o'clock.
It's a conversation you've got to have with your children.
It is, yeah.
And I think earlier the better is generally where we sit.
Around the dinner table, let's work out as a family we stand on the gimp issue. Yeah. Pass the potatoes. All right, well, Hannah, as we said, a special guest waiting to go into the kickback cave. Alfie Langer waiting to go in with lunch.
Say good morning to
nice.
Say good morning to Alfie, Hannah.
Morning, Alfie. How are you?
Hannah, how are you?
Good, thank you.
Ready for a win today?
Fingers crossed. We'll see.
Let's put you to the test. Here we go. 30 seconds on the clock. Your time starts now. How many days are in the month of May?
31.
Who co-captains the Lions alongside Lachie Neale?
Pass. Don't know.
Who made a surprise appearance in the cold open of SNL over the weekend?
Pass. No.
Ulverston is a town in which Australian state?
Victoria.
Spell carousel.
Hey, shocking!
We took all those. Well, you went the distance anyway. So it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Oh, that was shocking. I might get pants.
Oh, listen, let's not give that away, okay?
Don't bring up pantsing in front of Alfie.
There is a pantsing on the card. There could possibly be a pantsing on the cards, Alfie. So stand by for that. In the meantime, let's bring in the Gimp. This is Alicia.
Oh, this is a good one.
She's a champion, Susie O'Neill. So you think you can beat her? Let's bring in the Gimp, and we'll soon find out who will win and take the crown.
Susie O'Neill! Hold the phone, Freddie! Susie O'Neill! It will be a miracle! You won't see anything like that again this year!
It's funny having Alf in here. I feel a bit of pressure. Yeah, let me just look away from you.
All right.
It's going to be easy.
Yeah, stay focused.
Okay, will do.
Okay.
Pressure's the price of entry, remember?
Don't
take it.
Pressure is a privilege.
You gotta take it.
Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
I'm worried about what's going to go on here. Yeah. Oh,
Well, Alfie's got a party trick.
You got a party trick and you can't even look at it.
You lose all your attractiveness when you do that. Dare I say,
I'm not even telling people what he's doing.
No, I won't say it.
Oh, okay. Suze, you ready?
Yes, I'm ready. Okay.
30 seconds on the clock. Stop shielding your eyes.
What?
All right, you ready?
I'm ready.
He's back normal.
30 seconds on the clock, and your time starts now. How many days are in the month of May?
31.
Who co-captains the Lions alongside Lachie Neale?
Zorko.
Who made a surprise appearance in the cold open of SNL over the weekend?
Kamala Harris.
Ulverstone is a town in which Australian state?
South Australia.
Spell carousel.
Carassoul.
Stop the clock.
Yeah, it's a tough one, Carousel.
Ooh. Take it, Tuco.
Close.
Tape!
How many days are in the month of May?
Beg your pardon?
What? What are you doing?
They Kamala Harris. I was like, no.
I reckon you knew that. It just didn't come to you on time, did it?
No, it didn't.
Well, the good news is you both said 31 days are in the month of May, and that's correct. So no pantsing, Hannah.
Good.
It's nice to get that out of the way early. Co-captain of the Lions alongside Lachie Neale. Hannah, you said I passed, and then I don't know. Suze, you said it's the Zorko.
Mm-hmm.
It's Harris Andrews.
Of course. Yes.
Of course.
Okay, 1-0 Suze, top of the third. Who made a surprise appearance in the cold open of SNL over the weekend? It was Kamala Harris. Suze got that.
Cold opener.
Yeah, just I don't know what they wrote there. Just the opener of Saturday Night Live.
I heard that on the radio.
It was pretty funny, actually. They had some funny bits on that. But it's 2-1 to Suze. Ulverston is a town in which Australian state? Someone said Victoria. That was you, Hannah. Suze, you said South Australia. Correct answer is Tassie. I've never heard of it. You ever heard of Ulverston?
No. Heard of it.
2-1 to Suze. And then the final question, spell carousel. Well, Hannah, you were out as soon as you said K.
I did. I was like, no, what am I doing? I know it's a C.
Suze, you went a little further before you went awry, but you didn't get there. It's Carousel. Yes. Okay. 2-1 victory to Susan O'Neill. $400 when we play at 9 o'clock. But this is a treat. A special guest in the cave with David.
Oh, Hannah's like, oh, I wonder who it'll be. We know who it is. You just said, Alf, so come in here a bit more. Just walk through. Just hold my hand.
Scared of the dark.
He's scared. It's all right. Lutzie's been there
holding hands
before, Alfie.
Come over here to this shelf. See that top one there? Can you give her that?
It's all the $100 community cantina voucher.
Yeah, that's pretty good, isn't it? What about that one, just 2 shelves? Yeah, that 2 shelves down.
And you wouldn't believe this is my favourite. Red Rooster.
It's not Red Rooster, it's good looking rooster.
Hang on.
Put the lights on in here, please.
All right, here we go. I'll open up the sunroof.
Go ahead, palms are getting sweaty. Good-looking rooster.
Good-looking rooster.
That's the home of the world-famous Lockhock salt, chicken salt, Elf.
Oh, yum.
I do love red rooster.
Elf loves red rooster. But this is good-looking rooster. And, what about that one? Should we give a ticket? Yeah, we'll give that away, eh?
It's a pretty big one.
What? Do you know who Tate McRae is? I'm not going to give it to you unless you really are a fan, because we'll save that for someone else.
Yes, please.
Okay.
Sounds genuine.
Tate McRae's Think Later World Tour 2024 at the River Stage. That's this Sunday, November 10. A big thanks to the great people at Live Nation. This is a sellout concert, but you're going, Hannah.
Come on. Hannah, let me go. I've got to get out of this cave.
Get him on the jet ski, Lutz, and get out of
Come on, get jump on. Hold me tight. Hold me tight, Al.
The Ash, Lutzi and Susie O'Neill podcast.
Susie's 6 weeks of celebration.
Yeah, going back through the archives, pulling out some of our favourite moments of one Susie O'Neill on the show.
I remember this one that we're looking back on today. It was just one of those, I can't remember who. No, there was a viral video going around of Katie Ledecky. It was just one of those things that someone saw, and then it was like, you should. Oh, yeah. Lutzi was like, you should try that. And so then it was like by the end of the show, you're out there doing it.
It was, Katie Ledecky had done it with milk.
That's right, yeah.
Remember?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, we saw it. We went, that looked pretty cool. And then it happened like straight away. I think he just got up and went over to the Valley Pool,
The Valley Pool, and we contacted Mark Beretta from Channel 7. And didn't we get the footage sent to Sunrise?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And we're on Sunrise.
It got a fair coverage.
So I swam. Should we say what I was doing? Or say everything? Okay. So I was swimming with a glass of, I used zero alcohol beer though, not milk, on my top of my head and swam. And at the end, I took it off and drank it. Yeah, it was 25 metres, wasn't it, at least?
Yeah. Yeah, we need to get that video because I know as you took the glass off, and a little, I would say more than an allowable amount of chlorine water got mixed in with that beer, but you still sculled it like an absolute champion, Suze. And Barrett's absolutely loved it on Sunrise.
Ledecky showed off her swimming skills, balancing a glass of chocolate milk on her head while swimming an entire lap, all without spilling a drop. But not to be outdone, Madam Butterfly herself, Susie O'Neill, was on air at Nova in Brisbane this morning. Saw Ledecky do this on Sunrise and threw down the challenge. Susie bolted to Fortitude Valley Pool, grabbed a glass of Australian beer, which is much more Australian, topped it off. At the end, keep going, keep showing the tape. She sculled the beer at the end. This is what. Go, Susie, go.
Barely.
There you go. Proving beyond any doubt ever that Susie O'Neill is the greatest swimmer in the world.
Lovely endorsement by Barrett's. Any chance we can get a repeat of that on Thursday at the Swim with Suze event?
Yes, definitely.
Maybe everyone can do that as part of it. We'll do the race and then we'll do a little challenge.
Okay, I'll bring my zero alcohol beer in.
Okay. No, champagne flute.
Champagne.
Yes.
A flute of champagne, no, too hard.
If you can balance a flute.
Can't balance a flute.
Not with that attitude.
The Ash, Lutzi and Susie O'Neill podcast.
Nick is on. Nick is on. Nick is on. Who is on the streets? Nick is on.
Nicely done. How you feeling out there, Nick?
I am feeling wonderful, Mitch. Hello, welcome to just an incredible Brisbane business. I'm down here, travelonline.com, Springwood, 30 years in the game. And, it's Melbourne Cup Day. So officers around the nation, they're getting excited. They're getting pumped. And Melbourne Cup lunches, they're going to need to be prepared. But here's the thing about a Melbourne Cup lunch. You know that little tipple of sparkling wine or champagne, depends if you're Susie or not, it's going to do things to you. Before 2 o'clock, you're excited. But that after work, after the race, you're still... So, what do you need? You need a big lunch, and thanks to our friends at KFC, the Colonel has delivered $200 worth of KFC. He's heading here to travelonline.com. I'm here with Courtney, who registered via the Nova Player. Now, I don't think you planned this, but I'll tell you what, on a day when you want a bit of luck, This is a very good start, Courtney.
Yeah, no, thank you so much. It was crazy. Like I was saying to Nick, I had a bit of a rough weekend, so to get that message yesterday that you guys were coming through was pretty awesome. And we've been really excited all morning for you to arrive, so thank you.
No, absolutely pumped to be. As we said, it's a big day. I think we've got about 7 or 8 people who have RSVP'd to the work lunch today, and now I think they've heard that the Colonel's going to be turning up as well. I think a few more people might start floating in. But now, again, let's just quickly talk Melbourne Cup tips. You, what sort of operator are you? You're an eeny, meeny, miny, mo type of girl?
I'm an eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
You're the one that always wins as well. I absolutely hate. Well, the good thing is, lunch is sorted. Thanks to our friends at KFC, $200 coming your way. But the best part about it is, even though there is a KFC just down the road in serendipitous fashion right now, doesn't matter. You don't have to go and get it because we're going to have it delivered to you as well. There we go. Unbelievable. So thank you to the Colonel and thank you to Maria who's sitting here filming as well. She's a massive fan of the show, Maria. Maria, very quickly, how did Courtney go there? You proud of her? Proud of your girl?
I'm always very proud of Courtney. She's a wonderful, wonderful person.
She's a wonderful...
And now she's buying us all lunch.
Oh, see that? And that's brownie points for the office as well. When I walk out of here, the office dynamic is going to change forever. So incredible deals at KFC right now. Head into KFC, get more bang for your buck with KFC's packed lunch for just $9.95.
Nice.
Not available on delivery. Courtney, congratulations. If you want to take care of your entire office place, a round of applause to the office here. It's 2 people, but it sounds like 100. Make sure you head to the Nova, play and register just like Courtney did. All right, we'll play Any, Many, Mo later, and we'll let you know who Courtney's pick is, and absolutely the winner for today's Melbourne Cup.
Good on you, Nick. Making dreams come true on Cup Day.
The Ash, Lutzi and Susie O'Neill podcast.
Susie's 6 weeks of celebration.
It's going to be fun on Thursday, so come down to Yeronga Pool. We'll be there from, 6 o'clock broadcasting from under the jacaranda tree. But we've got a couple of people who can do a swimming race with me. Notice I say the word with me. It'll be a bit of fun. So we've got we've done lane 4, lane 5, lane 3. Up to lane 2, we have Renee from Wellington Point.
Hello.
Hi, Renee.
Hello.
Hey.
So is Renee lane 2 or 6, Suze?
Oh, lane 6.
Okay, I'm just making a note of this.
Did I say 2 then?
Yes.
I meant 6.
I don't know.
I meant 6.
You're in 6, Renee.
Thank you, and I'm looking forward to it.
Oh, it sounds like you're pretty fit. You've done the Cairns Ironman.
I have, yeah, a couple of times.
Ugh.
Whoa.
How was that?
Fun.
That doesn't mean I'm fast.
You're a stayer.
You're not fast, but you're last.
Well, maybe.
You last, as in longevity last, not last.
Oh, look, we've got here songs that pump you up.
Go on.
What's your song that pumps you up, Renee?
It was Clarity. That was the one that I finished my first Ironman to.
When the stars began to fall right out in the sky and the sea.
Was it a coincidence you finished with that, or you saw the finish line and went to it?
No, that was just a coincidence, and stuck with me since then.
How do you get 8 hours of presuming the Ironman took you many hours? How do you get a playlist that long?
You don't. You have a lot of mental repeat.
I don't think
You
can,
have to, right?
You can't have headphones in for Ironman events, can you?
Yeah, we're going to have to
No.
take that medal off you, Renee.
She was just singing
We're
it
going
in
to
her
send
head.
Nick around
you
and
were just-
Casanova.
Were you just singing it in your head, or did you have... I don't know why I cared so much.
Anyway, let's go to lane 2. We'll see you there Thursday, Renee.
Thank you. Looking
Oh,
forward
hang
to
on, now you're saying she's lane 2.
No, let's go to
Oh,
lane
let's go to lane 2.
Let's go to lane 2. I was looking at the time. Let's go to lane 2. Katrina from Ashgrove.
Thank God, Georgia. She keeps us honest.
Yeah.
She's such a technician when it comes to
I mean, if
radio.
we're left to our own devices, Lutzi, we'd
God
still
only
be...
knows. We'd still be doing a show
Hi,
3 years
Katrina.
ago.
How you going?
Hey, good. Lane 2? I hope that's the slow lane.
No, it'll be a fast lane.
Oh, there's been some big victories from Lane 2.
Oh,
Give us your top 3 Lane 2 victories, Suze, in history.
Oh, God.
Has anyone
she
ever
probably
done
knows
anything
them.
good from lane 2?
I'm trying to think. There's always lucky lane 6. So
Lane 6, I feel like Lane 6, even though they're technically exactly the same position in the pool, Lane 6 mentally sounds closer to the middle.
It does, yeah. 2
You know what I
does
mean?
sound a bit out of there. 2
Yeah.
sounds really close to 1, but...
Because it is. It's right next to it.
Now I really want to wind...
And it's not an important race either, is it?
No, it's not a race. But now I really want to wind
Well, what
this
is it then?
segment up.
It's just it's like a showcase. A showcase you'll start racing, Suze. Like if someone, let's see. If Suze gets to the 20-metre mark and someone has the audacity to start
like
shaking Suze, you'll see the 6-beat kick come in. Suze will be looking left and right.
Yeah.
And she won't go for a
every 8
record.
strokes.
She won't go for a record, but she'll do just enough to cover it.
Yeah.
You know, an easy heat swim.
But Katrina, you've got some pedigree too. What's your sporting background? You probably will go
No. That was a very long time ago.
I'll just share it there, but otherwise it makes no sense.
an Australian schoolgirls water polo team in 1991.
Oh, wow.
You're a proper.
Yeah, a long time ago.
I love your song too. Let's finish the break.
Well done. Thank you.
See you there.
Katrina and Renee.
The Ash, Lutzi and Susie O'Neill podcast.
One of our favourite people in studio with us this morning.
Oh, all-time favourites. For me, Alfie's like, when you're a kid and your grandfather would tell these stories about, all these people he grew up with, and they almost sounded mythical. For me, that's Al Long is that guy for me.
Yeah.
But I got to live with him. It's crazy.
Live with him?
You got to live with him?
We never live. We might one day, actually.
That's not far off.
You guys would shake up the retirement village.
Oh,
can you imagine?
Ease up.
Yeah.
Doesn't your mum live out?
Yeah, Burnborough. Don't bring mum into it.
We saw pictures, actually.
Yes. Yeah,
recent pictures.
At the Caxton Christmas party, yeah. Look, we've got a lot of ground to cover here, mate.
Let's rip into it.
We want to talk about this trip to Vegas, obviously, with complete business travel. Probably the greatest trip I've ever heard of. So we'll talk about that in a moment. But first of all, for Nova listeners have been wondering what the bloody hell's happening with you and the Broncos. So you're just changing track a little bit.
Changing roles.
Yeah.
And I've done it before, and I think it's time. I'm 58 now, so looking forward to the future. And I think with the change that's happening at the club, I thought, why not now? And I went to Dave Donny and had a good chat with him, and I thought the corporate role would suit my lifestyle.
and so,
corporate.
You're not going to be running the water.
No, not.
And how long have you been doing that for? It seems like you've been there forever.
It'd have to be nearly 20 years, I'd say. So
Yeah.
very enjoyable, and had a lot of great times, and certainly with the Broncos, which the club I love. I've been there from day dot, and I love the club. I love what they do. I love what they stand for, and I'll be still cheering them on next year.
So will you be wearing a suit to the game, or will you still be in the change room with the players?
No, I'll be up in the corporate area.
Corporate,
yes,
okay.
Yes.
And looking at the pictures in the paper today, I mean, where there's players vomiting at training already, and I Madge Maguire will bring a different sort of, to me it wasn't like it's not a 7-day-a-week job. It's the last thing you need right now, where you've got to be there at 9 a.m. every morning.
Yeah.
Nothing against
Like, would you normally be there yesterday for that?
Yeah, I would normally be there, but and it's just looking at the pictures in the paper, but seeing them on the news last night, like, it is hard work.
Yeah.
And it's even hard work watching them, because out in the heat all day, to see what they've got to go through, and that's part of pre-season training, which no one loves it, but that's part of the game these days.
I reckon there'd be plenty of Broncos supporters. I'm one of them too, that are just really grateful to see that you're still staying at the club, because
100%.
like you're a
100%.
one club. You're a one club man. I mean, it was Ipswich Jets, and then you played for the Broncos, and it's just like the thought of you not being involved in the club is hard to fathom. So it's great to see that you're moving on, and that it's your call. That's what we're hearing.
Yeah, and I've made a lot of great friends over the years, and certainly with our sponsors, we've got a great rapport with them, and we've got some great members. We've got thousands of members out there that really support the club, and we're going to do regional sprints out through all country Queensland.
Oh, nice.
So a lot of
What's that,
lunches out
visits?
there.
What do you call it? Original sprints?
Regional
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 trips.
tours.
Oh, okay,
So
right.
just to do
great.
lunches and functions.
Yeah,
So
spread the word.
spread the word,
Yep.
spread the Bronco word, and a lot of love.
Yep, absolutely. And so that aside, what about the Vegas trip, mate? Because this thing has just burst onto
Viva
the
El
scene.
Vegas.
Well, and if you thought of one person who would be the absolute ultimate to sort of chaperone a trip over to Vegas, it's Alfie. It is, isn't it? Like you head overseas with Alfie to Vegas.
Well, without getting into detail, the last trip to Vegas, which was earlier this year, Elf was my favourite moment. Was the moments we spent with Elf.
And it was wonderful. And I look back at this year when we went over there, and just the support, the Australian support, the jerseys. I think it's amazing having rugby league in America.
Yeah.
It was incredible, wasn't it?
On the strip.
Like, on the strip, you couldn't look anywhere without seeing, and not only just Broncos jerseys, even teams that weren't playing there, like English jerseys, like any jersey.
Yeah. And
rugby league took over the strip.
And the thing this year, they're bringing 2 English teams as well, so that's going to bring the atmosphere and the Poms over there. They'll bring thousands.
Isn't it amazing, Alfie, to think like how far the game has come, like just in your lifetime? Because you were a part of the 87. At Long Beach. They played that Origin match.
Yeah, they had about 14,000 there, I think, that year.
Yeah, and that was the one where still they couldn't even run through the back.
Exactly. It was an old speedway track. We played in the middle of that, so it's amazing the change now. Allegiant Stadium, an amazing stadium to play at as well.
So they're flying to Dallas. There's an ice hockey game you're going to go check out first,
we're checking that out on the Sunday night.
That's Sunday night.
The Fremont Fan Day is on the Thursday night. Long lunch on the Friday.
That's a good
Maybe
venue
head
too.
to the New York after the piano bar.
Dueling pianos.
Yes, then the rugby league all day Saturday.
Right.
Then a bit of a long lunch Sunday. To go into the ice hockey, so should be a wonderful weekend.
Is it mainly guys that go? Can girls come along as well? Be a mixed bag? Okay, good. I'm free next year. Maybe I'll
I'm telling you what, it's worth having a look at. We will put he's on the road. When he comes back, he's gonna put the link to how you can show your interest for it. But it's complete business travel. Viva Elf Vegas.
Yeah, get amongst that.
There's going to be a lot of singing and carrying on, and we want to get a busload so we can really.
What do you?
It says guaranteed 6 more songs.
Yes,
That's what it says. Guaranteed 6 more songs.
Did you get the 6 more songs too when you called for them?
Well, I tell you the truth, we didn't get the whole 6 out.
Really? Was that Dale Hall?
Was that Dale Hall?
Yes.
What a killjoy!
He spoiled the night.
Like seriously, what a killjoy!
And he always carries on that he wouldn't let me have 6 more songs. And I didn't get them, actually.
Oh, you didn't? I didn't know that.
Well, Vegas is guaranteed 6 more songs. Tip for the Melbourne Cup. I know you're still a student of the game when it comes to punting.
Big student of the game, but I'm not sure what I'm going to do today. But I think the Chris Waller trained Buckaroo. I think he's a great trainer. Okay. Buckaroo's had a great run in the Caulfield Cup. If you watch the Caulfield Cup, he'd come home strong. So he hasn't got the best barrier in the world. He's drawn the outside, but it'll be there in the end.
Buckaroo, there you go.
Buckaroo's the
Put a buck on Buckaroo.
Well, Al, thanks, mate. Great to see you at the Bronx. We can't wait to see you this year. I know you'll still be such an integral part, unofficially, for the players as well. You'll be
of course.
You'll be deep in there, which is just the best news we could possibly hear after the year that the Bronx have had and everything. So, congrats on that. And Vegas. Go to our Instagram. We'll have that up shortly. The link for the Viva Elf Vegas trip to Vegas this year.
Can't wait, Vox.
Let's go.
The Ash, Lutzi and Susie O'Neill podcast.
I like that name of that horse that Alfie's tipped, Buckaroo.
Buckaroo?
Yeah. Well, it's a Great Britain horse. Like I just thought, that's an Australian horse for sure.
Yeah,
I don't know why I think that's an Aussie name, but so there's only like 4 horses that I could see in the Melbourne Cup field that are Aussie horses.
Oh, right. Yeah, I know a lot of them come from or owned by Saudi Arabian people, aren't they? Middle East people?
Oh. Yeah, they are. But then there's a lot of them seem to be Irish or Great British horses.
New Zealand, there's some New Zealand horses in there as well.
We're saying 4 female jockeys because I keep saying, who's the famous jockey that won? I keep
Michelle Payne.
Michelle Payne.
Yeah.
So
That was 2015 that she won that.
No. Was it?
I'm pretty sure it was, Like, it's nearly 10 years ago. Like, that's
wow,
remarkable that it's been that long.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you're saying, Lutzi, that they're saying down in Flemington, as we pretend that we know anything about horse racing for the one time of the year, but it's really hot today, hot and still.
Yeah, really.
No
still.
breeze.
Apparently, it's like 3 or 4 kilometres an hour breeze. Absolutely no breeze. So we're hot in the sun for spectators, but also we have to have some sort of impact on those Northern Hemisphere horses. Like a couple of them, I think that favourite sweat up a bit last year. I think.
Yeah,
they sweat up.
They sweat up, which isn't a good sign when they're in the mounting yard. It shows they're sweating under a bit of pressure. Yada yada.
Yeah.
But
I'm looking forward today just for the lunch.
Yeah.
Like I'm going
Susie's
Yeah,
getting
you're off
started,
track, aren't
like,
you?
straight after the show.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the first
10:30 it
race
starts.
is at 9:45 at
Is it?
Flemington. So, yeah, the first race is like literally not much more than an hour because the actual Cup, and don't get caught out, the actual Melbourne Cup is at 2 p.m. Brisbane time. Mm-hmm. So that's race 7. Race 7 is at 2 p.m. The last race is at 4:15. Race 10 this afternoon, the Channel 9 Trophy. So if you're heading to a lunch or you're heading to something, most of the activity's happening in that 12 till 2 p.m. And back in the day, you used to get there at 1 o'clock and the Cup, it felt like, was at 3 or 3:30, but it's not like that
it
anymore.
still is for them. It's just a daylight saving.
True.
Yeah.
So whether you're heading to Eagle Farm, apparently everything's set up and looking magnificent down there today. I'm heading to the Star. There's several functions there, but wherever you're heading, I mean, we haven't really, we didn't get a tip off Will Ashcroft, did we?
No, we didn't.
But Alfie
Send a text,
Langer,
Lockie.
yeah, get that sorted. But Alfie Langer says Buckaroo. I like absurd. Anything, Ash? You've got your cousin knows a lot about racing.
Oh,
What's he say?
Rootsy, my cousin, he reckons that absurd or Zardozi
That's what I'm going for, Zardozi.
for the Cup, yeah.
Because the jockey's wearing all blue.
And Nick gave me an update on Buckaroo,
Good
the
old
name.
colours.
Buckaroo is derived from the Mexican word for cowboy, vacaroo, but the Americans misheard this and referred to them as buckaroos.
So it's an American term. Hey, Buckaroo.
Evidently.
Okay, there you go.
Back it with a buck.
The Ash, Lutzi and Susie O'Neill podcast.
Golf Central is expanding Landers Pocket, your new ultimate golf and entertainment destination. Ash, Lutzi and Susie O'Neill's Survive the Drive.
Yeah, ringing endorsement from Ash before. Maybe not the one that Golf Central wanted, talking about it's made him the golfer that he is today, but it's always about getting on the improve out at Golf Central.
Yeah, there's always something to work on.
I've got to get out there this week.
You've got to come in, mate. You'd love it.
I'm playing golf in 2 weeks with David Podlick, former tour professional.
Oh, no, okay.
Started out Virginia with Wayne Grady and Greg Norman and everyone. That's where I first met him. Fatty Vorton, he can hit him.
The fat man.
The fat man. The fat man in Podlick.
Somebody told me that Fatty's getting close to being scratched.
No, I think he's on 3 or something ridiculous. And I said, I can't play with you guys.
Come out and have a hit and just get the feel for it.
No, I've got to get out to Golf Central. I am.
Like I said, Lutzi, you work out exactly what you're doing so that it'll definitely help you out.
Yes.
Can't hurt anyway.
No.
At your level.
Don't get any worse, Susan.
Paige at Kedron, are you a golfer?
I try to be. I've played hockey my whole life, so I don't mind getting out on the golf course.
Some of the hockey brews that I knew back in the day were such good golfers as well. It's just that hand-eye coordination.
Have to help.
Same as cricketers. I reckon hockey and cricketers would be the same. That they can
tennis players.
Yeah, they can hit the ball a long way.
Yep. All right, well, it's like a beat the bomb. I don't know if you've ever heard of that type of format before.
Nope.
Nope. Here, Paige, I don't know if you heard us yesterday, but the lady she waited too long before she yelled out, stop. So what you're going to hear is we're going to get the top tracer driving range and the ball whirling through the air, and as it travels, you'll hear the distance be called out. Each yard is worth $1. So 100 yards, $100. It'll go up, but it will stop really quickly, okay? So
before the ball hits the ground, you've got to yell stop.
All right, you understand the rules? You got it?
Yep.
Okay. Don't be too greedy, I would say. But anyway, over to you.
Here we go.
Okay, here we go.
980 yards.
Stop.
Stopping right there.
Okay.
I mean,
That's not so bad. That's not so bad. That's a lot of money.
I mean, that's a lot of cash.
Oh, my God.
That's $980 you just made there, Paige.
Oh, my goodness.
Geez, that started huge. 980?
Yeah.
That is massive.
It must have been one of those low ones you hit off the driver.
A stinger.
Stinger.
Yeah.
Where it's going to hit the deck pretty quick when in windy conditions.
Yes.
You know when you do that?
Yeah. Well,
do we dare though, Paige? Do you dare want to find out
we'll go
just how far the drive went?
Yeah,
Okay.
you have to. I'm happy with that.
1,005 yards.
Okay, that's all right.
1,008 yards.
Still fine.
1,089 yards.
Oh, well played.
Geez, you've
Oh, my
crushed,
goodness.
you've crushed it.
You left $109 on the course, but you got $980 in your pocket.
Can't complain with that at all.
Can't
Yeah,
complain
well
at all.
done.
That's awesome.
The Ash, Lutzi and Susie O'Neill podcast.
I went to a movie premiere last night. It was good. It was called The Pool. It's an Australian movie. I think it's an independent release. It was set. It's a story about the Bondi Iceberg swimming pool down in Sydney.
Oh, like, is it a doco or is it a...
They call it a documentary, but it's it doesn't give you the history of the pool. It's more about the community that spend time at the pool and the pictures. I would say that the cinematography
Right.
is unbelievable.
Which pool in particular?
The Bondi Icebergs pool.
Right.
The Bondi.
Was that the OG of those pools? Because they've got a few.
1929 it was built. I don't know if it's the OG. It's so in Sydney a lot of those
so
ocean
good.
pools and the water comes in every.
They're cool.
Yeah,
those
once
things,
a
yes.
week they empty it completely.
Do they?
Yeah, empty it completely can take from 2 to 12 hours to clean it out, clean all the sand out, clean all the algae and gunk
At
and
low
everything.
tide, obviously.
Yeah, low tide, and then they
Yeah.
fill it up again. But it just shows that there's a club there that through winter swimming club, they do a 50-metre race.
That's why it's called icebergs, right?
Yeah, the icebergs,
Yeah.
Bondi Icebergs Club, winter swimming. But there's a squad all year round. People swim, train in the pool in winter without a wetsuit.
Was that a shark deal to begin with back in the day? Is that why they made those? I mean, because you're literally putting a pool right on the beach. It's,
I don't know.
You know
I
what
don't
I mean?
know why.
Was it because
It's
of
just
the
because
sharks?
there wasn't many pools around, wasn't it? And that's how you got swimming pools. Like we even had a swimming pool in the Brisbane River. I'm pretty sure the school that I went to, Lewis
Because
Hill,
people didn't have pools, did
Yeah.
they, back in those days?
had a river pool. Not when I went there, clearly.
Just
It was way
after you
before
left, I
my
think.
time.
Yeah.
Way
The
before
Susie
my
O'Neill
time.
That would have made your achievements even more remarkable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
the 1870s.
and
Well,
they
they used to have it, then you'd swim in the Brisbane River effectively.
yeah. Allegedly.
Well, I know, but it's just the Bondi pool looks like
Yeah,
it's beautiful. If you're
it's
Well, I think
if you're still jumping into the big brown of the Brisbane River,
You would not do it now, but
No.
there's pictures of that Indooroopilly bridge, like hundreds of people
Yeah, the
making
beach.
a day of it at the beach underneath the Indooroopilly
And
bridge,
the,
right?
And the Story Bridge.
Well,
Story Bridge?
The other
couldn't they
side
get to
of
the
It
Gold
must have been
Coast?
clearer.
Yeah.
It was a long
Yeah.
way to the Gold Coast
Yeah,
back
I guess
then.
so. Yeah,
But I'd reckon,
3-day horse and cart ride, mate.
I guess so. Yeah.
yeah, this movie's called The Pool. I'd recommend it. It's we saw it at the Barracks, sponsored by Speedo. But
Oh, so it's on at the cinemas.
yeah, the cinemas.
Hmm.
But some of the stories are so cute of the people that go there regularly, and that's their church, and it's spiritual and everything. Yeah, it was great music, great pictures, very good. Much more blue than the brown snake of the river.
Yeah.
We won't be doing another one. We won't be getting our own.
No,
What would that doco be called? We can't say it. on there. Yeah.
The Ash, Lutzi and Susie O'Neill podcast.
I'm smarter than Sue.
Brighton Homes are offering up to $35,000 cash back on their new homes for a limited time only. Discover how better begins with Brighton.
All right, Susan's back on a roll, had 4 wins in a row, so we're at $400, and Marnie out of Morayfield is making her debut performance. Hello, Marnie.
Hello.
Morayfield money.
Have you got your kids with you? I can't work this out. Or you've already dropped them at school. Yeah, they'd be at school by now, surely. They bloody well better be.
I've only got the 3-year-old in the car. The boys are going to hate me that I dropped them off. They wanted to do the gift.
Bugger. That's unfortunate.
All good. Well, $400.
You got a tip today for the cup, or are you just going to give it a miss?
I didn't forget it was Melbourne Cup, but yeah, it just slipped my mind.
She doesn't care. Are you going to put it? Will you even watch it, Marnie?
Yes, I will watch it.
Let's go.
Okay.
Let's do it. Melbourne Cup Day. Morayfield Marnie, 30 seconds on the clock. Your time starts now. What is the most common eye colour?
Brown.
What mythical creature is half man, half horse?
Oh, pass.
The Eras Tour just celebrated what major milestone?
Pass.
The alcohol Aperol originates from which country?
Don't know.
Spell minuscule.
No, don't know.
What mythical creature is half man,
Don't
half
know.
horse?
Don't know.
The Eras Tour. Oh,
Don't know.
Went the distance.
You went the distance. You passed on those questions.
I think you're in a bit of
It's
trouble
so
here.
different. So different on the radio, but I'm just so excited to be on the radio.
I mean, there's that. And we've got the caves open, so I look after you. But also, they were tough ones, and we had a bit of a dry run because Susie was out of the room before.
Yep.
Yeah.
It was a struggle. The struggle was real.
Yeah. Well, one of these questions I don't
Which
fully
one?
understand. The Eras Tour just celebrated what major
a bit
milestone?
vague.
Like, what are they talking? What two?
It's been going. I think it means it's been going for a certain amount of time.
I don't know. Okay, well, let's not analyse it too much right now. Let's bring in the Gimp, Eye of the Tiger. Here now.
In the Gimp. In the Gimp. Bring 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 in the Gimp.
Golden oldie, that one. You can send in your GIMPs, MP3 or video format to our Instagram. DM us.
Susie O'Neill. Hold the phone, Freddie. Susie O'Neill. It will be a miracle. You won't see anything like that again this year.
Okie chokie.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, Kogi.
Okay.
Make sure you go up to Loft. No,
Yeah.
Lost.
Lost.
Lost and
Which is
found.
above where you're having lunch today for the cup at Same.
Don't say where she's going.
Oh no,
you-
paparazzi! Oh no!
We're not live, are we? So someone
We'll
beat
lose
that
that.
out for when this goes to air. Oh my God, that'll
Yeah.
be
That's
Suze.
fine.
If they're
Yeah,
all over
she's
you
probably-
today,
maybe
you
I'm
know who to blame, don't you?
I'm sending a curveball. Maybe I'm setting the wrong, so it should be left alone wherever she is.
Can I say something, buddy?
Yeah.
You bloody well better be.
I know, because that's a disaster waiting to happen.
That's a big
now.
no-no.
Oh.
You know you're not meant to share
They'll be
that
lined
stuff.
up outside, and you get that glass. They can get in there too. They can shoot in. But upstairs, my mate Alex Farquhar, he DJs at Lost.
Oh, great. No, I'm looking forward to going
Lost.
upstairs.
Lost.
Lost
It is
upstairs.
Lost. Yeah.
It's like an open bar.
It's so good up there.
It's tropical.
It's a concrete jungle where dreams are made of.
Yes. That's how I describe
That should be what it's called.
I don't know if I will go there. I want to get home early.
Well, she's saying that so the paparazzi
Speaking of getting home early,
the first
do you mind if I do my job?
First race is in 35 minutes, Ashley.
Actually, I got to get dressed and get
Oh,
out
so
there.
what? Stop rabbiting on.
I'm gaslighting.
He's done it.
He's done it. He's done it again. Ashley, you're wasting time.
Someone get a Gaslight Lutzy song made up so that when he does that,
Every
we can
time.
just go, yes, there it is. There it is.
Gaslight is
Okay,
on.
let's go.
Alicia, Lockie, I want that top priority today. Forget the Melbourne Cup. Get me a Gaslight Gary type gimmick with Lutzy. All right, Suze, you ready? 30 seconds on the clock. I've got to get him home now. I feel
know.
pressure.
Hurry up, mate. I'll get dressed. Three-piece suit to wear. Got to be a
the
star
best-
by 11:30, mate.
The best $54 you can spend on Temu.
Bought some bed sheets last night.
Oh,
Washed them.
let's not
just
start.
in case.
Come on. Let's not go on another tangent.
Yeah, Ashley.
30 seconds. 30 seconds on the clock. Your time starts now. What is the most common eye colour?
Green.
What mythical creature is half man, half horse?
Don't know.
The Eras Tour just celebrated what major milestone?
Most money ever.
The alcohol Aperol originates from which country?
Italy.
Spell minuscule.
MINISCULE.
Stop the clock.
Oh, yeah, she knows a booze.
Double two go.
Tape.
I don't actually like Aperol spritzers. I'm more of a Negroni gal.
Oh, really? That's interesting.
What's the
I'd go
difference
Aperol
between
above
Aperol
Negroni.
Spritz and it's the same? They're the same colour, isn't it?
Yeah,
Looks
the same.
Orange.
Aperol spritz is Aperol. Is it
It's
Aperol
sweeter, right?
and champagne, prosecco and soda water?
And champagne.
Yeah,
Did you
prosecco
say?
actually. It's
Negroni's
Oh,
Negroni's
Prosecco,
bitter.
right.
and Negroni is gin, vermouth, and what's the third one?
Something else.
Campari.
They that burst onto the scene. I mean, it came like
Aperol Spritz?
Yeah, the whole orange Aperol,
yeah.
whatever it is. You
Around COVID times, I reckon.
know. Yeah.
Took off.
What?
What?
Pims today if I can get one.
Pims. Is it lemonade?
What is the most common eye colour? Now, Suze, you said green.
Oh, no, that's the least common.
Hello.
That's what you've got.
Yes, I've got green, and it's the least.
It's the most rare.
Mitch, it's green. There's not many of us. I think it's 2% of the population.
Yeah.
Guys, 2%.
It's very rare.
Yeah.
Only special
But
people have green
brown eyes, like whatever his name is, David over here. That's run of the mill. That's but 50%. So Marnie, you're correct. Brown is the most
And
common colour.
everyone's got a brown eye.
Don't
encourage
Marnie.
That's funny, wasn't it?
Don't touch it.
Don't touch it.
Oh, yeah.
Come on, we've got to get going.
It's
Ash.
1-0 Marnie. What mythical creature is half man, half horse? Marnie, you passed on that. Suze, you said, I don't know. It's a centaur.
That's a tough one.
Oh.
Never heard of it.
Yeah, tough one. Okay, it's 1-0 Marnie, top
Is that
of the
like
third.
Billy Slater?
Yeah, he's half man, half horse.
Yeah. Actually, that
God, he looks good on the TV, doesn't he?
The Eras Tour just celebrated what major milestone? You passed on this, Marnie. Suze, you said the most money. They could probably be correct, but it's not the answer that we've got here. It's celebrated its second year, 2 years.
Oh,
It's been going 2 years.
She's busy. She doesn't run out of energy, does she?
No. 1-0 to Marnie. 1-0 to Marnie. Suze, looking at a pantsing, a potential pantsing.
Oh.
The alcohol
She's cleaning
Aperol
too.
originates from which country? Marnie said, I don't know. Suze reckons it's from Italy. That's correct. Italy is correct. And then the final question, spell minuscule. Marnie, you said I don't know. Suze, you had a crack at it. You got it wrong. minuscule is how you spell minuscule. It's a 1-1 draw, but Suze got you on time.
It's on time. I should have there. Well done, Sue.
No pantsing. That's all right.
No pantsing.
Good, because you're
No
cleaning
pantsing.
today and grocery shopping. That would have been a bugger. But I think you'll get into the
No,
game.
that's okay. I was just excited to be on air.
Great to have you on. We just got to get Lotzie in there. He's running a bit late. I don't know what he's doing.
Stuck in there.
There we go. This door's new. Okay, I've got a Finn McCool's voucher for you, Marnie. $100 Finn.
Come on, Shishak.
There we go.
Let's hear to take off.
It's Jamie Carr. What's she doing in here?
That's funny.
Thank you. I'll also give you there's plenty of these community cantina vouchers on the wall. This is great. So a $100 community cantina voucher for you as well. Marnie, you'll absolutely love it at both those venues. They're two of my favourites. So enjoy yourself today. I know you're not watching the Cup, but you'll be cleaning and doing some grocery shopping. So take advantage of the empty
Thank you so
Woolworths and
much.
stop talking over me.
The Ash, Lutzi and Susie O'Neill podcast is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au.